Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this your daily go get 'em is number 541 for March 27th, 2016. Alright, today I want to talk to y'all about acting like you gave something up, but only in public. Let me explain exactly what I mean by that. You gave up a habit. You supposedly gave up a habit or addiction or something like that, but you didn't really do it. But you got everybody thinking that you gave it up. So let's say it's like you're a cigarette smoker. You're a cigarette smoker, you smoke cigarettes or whatever, and you've been trying to give up cigarettes for a minute. Everybody been telling you, listen, you need to stop smoking. It's bad for your health. You know that message is gonna mess you up. Maybe you've even started to have health problems because of the cigarettes. So you've been really struggling to give up these cigarettes. So instead of really giving up the cigarettes, you know, or seeking help to give up the cigarettes or whatever, you know, you stop smoking the cigarettes for like a day or two, and you done already let the cat out of the bag that you have stopped smoking cigarettes. But you haven't told everybody that you've stopped smoking you began to stop smoking cigarettes. You didn't leave yourself any of that leeway, you know, any of that wiggle room, you know, just in case the questions comes up if you backslide. You told everybody that you gave up cigarettes for good. Now, come to find out that you haven't really given up cigarettes at all. Maybe you stopped smoking cigarettes for one day, and it might have been because you were really sick or something like that, and you didn't have no smoke, so you thought that was your pathway to stop smoking. But you done already put it out there that you don't smoke no more. So you know how embarrassing it is when you tell somebody that you stopped doing something and then you get caught doing it. It ain't nothing worse than being caught doing something that you say that you don't do. Because then, you know, people looking at you sideways. They know that they can't trust you. You know what I mean? Your integrity is all messed up or whatever. And not everybody can deal with that on the same level. So the truth of the matter is that you said that you stopped smoking, but you haven't stopped smoking. So you've been smoking in your car. You've been, you know, instead of smoking outside in front of your building where you work or whatever, you know, you go around the corner. You know what I'm saying? You smoking like that. So you sneaking around doing something that you've been doing all this other time, you know, but now you the bad guy because you already put it out there that you stopped smoking. Alcoholics go through the same thing. Drug addicts go through the same thing. And gamblers, they go through the same thing. You know what the real problem is? You tried to reach the finish line too fast. The journey is what's going to get you where you want to be, because the journey is what got you to the point of where you are. You didn't become an addict overnight. You didn't smoke one cigarette and was addicted. You didn't smoke crack for the first time and was addicted. People think that shit too. People be saying it all the time. People who never tried drugs. They be like, you know, crack, something like crack. You smoke it one time and you be hooked for good. They don't be realizing that before you ever smoked crack, you was on alcohol. You know, you was a drinker, and then you was smoking weed, and then you started sniffing coke. All of this before you ever smoked crack. Nobody smokes crack off the muscle. You know, crack is nobody's first drug. You go through all the other drugs, then you wind up. I mean, you go through all of the other steps with drugs. You go through the alcohol, you go through the weed, you go through the powder, and then when you can't afford the powder no more, that's when you mess with the crack. That's the way it goes. People don't know that, and they shouldn't know that because they're not in that world. But when you start saying things like, you know, somebody's a crackhead, anyway. Let me put it this way. If you say that if you start putting it out there that you ain't an addict no more, that you not a smoker no more, that you not a drinker no more, that you don't sniff no more, that you don't do whatever it is, you don't gamble no more, saying that you don't do something anymore weighs very heavily, and what it does is it turns the spotlight on you. So where the camera was like this before, it's on you now, because you say you don't do it no more. Now, had you said that I'm trying to stop or I've begun to stop, keep an eye on me because, I want to make sure that I don't fall back into what I was. But yo, I'm really ready to kick this thing and I need help. If you do it like that, people going to rush to your side. The problem is a lot of people who do it that way don't really want the help. They don't want people coming to them, being like, oh, did you smoke today? Did you have any drugs today? Did you take a drink today? They don't want to be monitored. Yet when you steeped in your addiction, you don't mind that shit. You know what I mean? You're not ashamed to be a drug addict, but when you are trying to get sober, you're ashamed that people are keeping tabs on you. When you think about it, it don't make no sense, but that's human nature. That's the nature of the beast, and that's how it goes. So the problem is you put it out there too fast that you stop. Now everybody looking for you to not slow down. They looking for you to have stopped. Because if you haven't stopped all the way, then they know that you might just be biding your time before you're back all in. But had you just said, now listen, I'm trying to stop, I'm struggling, it ain't as easy as I thought it was going to be, or whatever. See, we got to respect the journey, y'all. We have to respect the journey. Everything can't always be about people labeling us and us being embarrassed about the label. Because more than likely, if we get labeled something, we earn the label. If somebody calling you alcoholic, they saying that because they continually see you drunk all the time. That's you. So you can get mad at them all you want. The problem is you. You stop doing that shit. They can't call you that no more. And if you really stop doing it, you ain't even gonna care if people look at you like that in that light no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really ain't on drugs no more, when you see people who look at you like you ain't nothing but a crackhead, and maybe they call you an ex-crackhead, that shit gonna bounce off you because that ain't me. That ain't me no more, dog. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm straight. I don't know about you, but yeah, I am an ex-crackhead, and I bet you I ain't one now. Now I'm clean and sober. I'm cleaner than you. I'm doing better than you. And I'm not going back to that other life. That's something that used to be me. This is me. Maybe you can't deal with the new me because you hating. That's how it goes when you have really made the steps necessary. But you got to respect the journey, man. Try not to reach the finish line too fast. Because when you reach the finish line too fast, it's over. And the only time the journey should be over, the only time you reach the finish line is when you close your eyes for the last time. Other than that, you keep going. You're going to fall at certain times. You're going to get back up again. You're going to fall. You're going to backslide, but you're going to get back in the game. Try again. That's life. And even when you have finally kicked one thing, there are going to be other things in life that are going to trip you up, that are going to start to struggle again. But the struggle in the journey, that's what life is all about. And if you keep fighting, you're going to win. You can't front on somebody that keep fighting, man. You know what I mean? You don't want to deal with a person that won't give up. You don't want to do that because they hard headed. They the Joe Frazier of the game, Muhammad Ali. You don't want to mess with nobody like that. Let that be you though. Let you be that hard head, the one that won't give up on life. Give up all that bullshit, but don't give up on life. As simple as that. It's Easter. It's Easter today. I forgot to say that in the beginning of the video, but it's all good, man. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. You know what I'm saying? Whether you celebrate it or not, this is the day. Happy Easter. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, when it comes to the journey, don't try to reach the finish line too fast. Take your time getting to the finish line, but win all your battles. Stay ahead of the other cars, the other horses, the other dogs, the other runners. Stay ahead of them as best as you can, because that finish line is yours. You own that finish line. Don't matter when somebody else finishes. You just make sure that you finish and finish strong. Mind Right Body Better Fitness Prep Program, baby. Take the fall. Oh, it ain't the Take the Fall. I'm sorry. The spring cleaning event. That was yesterday. Holla. We doing it.